eat donuts.
Welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast, episode 38. And today we're on the road again. We're just never going to record at home ever again. Just kidding. So today we are just going to shoot the shit, basically. Maybe talk about things that are interesting, maybe not. You be the judge. So today, me and Robin, Lizzie and Kimmy all took a drive up to Sebastopol. How you say it? Sebastopol, California. We went to Muir's Tea Room for the 4th annual Harry Potter tea, which I believe I've been to every one so far. So we're going to talk all about that and maybe some other stuff. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe get crazy. I don't know.
Because I am not as avid a fan as Ashley, I have not been to every single one. But I think this might be my third one. And the food is always delicious. However, the service might have went down a notch because it used to be a lot more, what is the word? Like on theme, I guess. And they had like little
special guests.
Yeah, like actresses type stuff. What do you call those? Like characters?
Like cosplay.
Yes.
Like character actors.
Yeah, character actors.
Hermione came in one year.
And they would come and like do magic with you and things like that. And we were lacking in that department this time. However, I do think that they upped their decorations game quite a bit. But the logistics game went down. Because we had to order in advance, but we were given 0 advance warning. Well, not 0, like 12 hours of advance warning. How did you feel about that, Ashley?
Okay, so yeah, I actually did not think that the decorations were better than the past years. No, I felt like it was not as decorated as past years, especially last year. You didn't go last year, but last year when it was just me, Sarah, and Kimmy, I felt like the decorations were the best it's been. And then they had a tarot, like I was glad they didn't have Hermione. Hermione can like go away. But they had a tarot card reader come around to everybody and do their cards, and I thought that was fun. They didn't have anybody this year walking around or anything like that. They didn't have any kind of extra entertainment. And yeah, we had to pick all of our stuff beforehand, which was a little bit challenging. And the portions I've gotten smaller there, which I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, what I had was good. I really liked the little shepherd's pie or whatever it's called. That was really good. The cottage pie and the salad was really good. And the French onion soup was really, really good. I really loved the French onion soup. And I would have liked more desserts, which is what I basically go there for.
Same.
But we did get a few things out of the dessert like display. So I haven't eaten those yet, but they look really good. And I really like that place. I really love the owner. She's really sweet. She's always really sweet to me and Matt when we go. And but I think maybe I will stick with the Harry Potter tea is very popular, so they had to put all these things in place to kind of like handle it. But I think maybe I will just stick with the regular tea on a regular day from now on.
In addition to what you mentioned, that the tea sandwich was also excellent. It was really good.
I haven't had mine yet.
And although the desserts weren't as many as previous years, the chocolate frog was extra delicious. So I'll give them brownie points for that.
But you are a fan of chocolate and mint.
Yes, and frogs. I mean, not real frogs, but like I just think they're cute. You know, I used to...
So you don't think real frogs are cute? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I would never eat a frog. I would never eat a frog. Yeah, obviously. But like, yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, are you not a fan of chocolate and mint? Would I kiss a frog? I have. I used to have pet frogs when I was growing up.
Oh my god.
Poseidon and Andromeda. I loved them. The pet store told me they would last like a year, and I took such good care of them that they lasted 10. I was pretty impressed, yeah.
Did you ever go back to the pet store and rub it in their face?
No. I should have, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
You still can, probably.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Just keep it in mind if you have any free time.
Yeah.
I haven't had my frog yet, but I've had the frog before, and I do think it's delicious. But it's also because I'm a big fan of chocolate and mint.
Because it's the best combination. Well, maybe it's tied
one
with
of the
peanut
tops.
butter and chocolate.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I got the Almond Joy that I haven't had yet out of the display case, but the display case had the cauldron cakes, which used to be included in the tea but isn't any longer, which was disappointing.
That was a little disappointing, I will admit, yes.
And then I think that the cottage pie, which is very much like a shepherd's pie, was delicious.
Best part. Oh,
And the salad dressing on the salad was really good. And they put baby asparagus in the salad. Brilliant.
I did notice that.
That's
and
brilliant.
Yellow cauliflower, which was cute and pretty.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
They've got the pretty thing down. Their utensils weren't always custom like that. I don't know if that was that way when you guys went last year, but I haven't been in a couple years, and that's new for me. So they have their like little deer, their kind of logo
I've had it for a while.
on the silverware. I didn't like that they didn't offer me cream with my tea, but maybe that's because we're in America and they don't think people do that, but they do.
It was weird.
And my tea was really good. I do really like that place. And then we went to a coffee shop that was also in Sebastopol after, which we had never been to, Retrograde. And they had like a ton of vegan stuff on their menu, like a vegan breakfast sandwich and a vegan frittata, and I don't remember the other things.
There was a
Mushroom melt.
Oh yeah, mushroom melt,
yeah.
which sounds delicious to
wanna
everyone
try
but
that,
Ashley,
yeah.
obviously.
when I saw that, I was like, what's with the mushroom fetish in here? Sickos.
And it was a cute place, although going to the bathroom was a maze. But I feel like Sebastopol could be like a up and coming vegan town. We should explore more.
I did not get the.
You did not go in for the eat your feelings tea, which is the complete package.
I got the savory platter, which had a full size of the cottage pie, which was delicious. And it also came with these like roasted carrots that were roasted maybe like earth balance or something. They were very good. I usually don't like cooked carrots, but they were like nice and salty. So they were delicious. And it came with like a mixed greens sort of like cooked dish that had like kale and broccoli and so it was tasty. It was definitely more of like a plated lunch than the tea option, but it was delicious and I was happy with it.
Yeah, and Kimmy and I also tried. So you can get your tea, like your normal afternoon tea, but with the Harry Potter option, or Harry Potter tea, you can either try their butterbeer. And Sarah last year got it, and I was intrigued, but I got tea last year. So this year I wanted to try it. I'm not even sure how I feel about it. Like, some sips were good, some sips were weird. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't get it again. It was hot. It was like hot in the bottom, more cold on top. I'm not really sure what to think. But I'm glad I tried it because I really was like envious last year when I didn't get it. So I've done it. So now I can go back to the tea if I want to. But yeah, Kimmy didn't finish hers. I did because it was there. But I don't think I would have ordered a second one. I'm not sure what to think of the butterbeer. I'm glad I tried it, but I don't think I'll get it again. I won't. Well, I don't know if I'll go to the Harry Potter tea again to even have the option to get it again. But I think I'd stick with my tea next time. So that was something that I wanted to try, and I don't think it really delivered. But yeah, didn't deliver. That owl didn't drop its envelope off to me with the thing. I'm trying with the Harry Potter references here. I didn't like the books, okay? Come at me.
Oh, that's a controversial.
I know.
statement.
I have just put a target on my back now. I don't like the books. I don't like them, okay? Yeah, so as Robin said, we went to Retrograde after that, and then we were going to go to Amy's, but Robin, did you suggest Butcher Son initially?
I suggested
Yeah.
Butcher Son.
So then we decided to go on the way home, stop at Butcher Son, and we were all on board for that. We walked in at 5:01. Oop, closed. Sorry, ladies. They closed at 5. That was sucked.
They were like, you can dig through the garbage.
Yeah. If you find some scraps in the garbage, you're welcome to them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So they have a little, like, deli area market, like, pick up, like, wraps and stuff. So we just grabbed whatever crap we could find in there and took it with us. So they didn't have the Just Egg. And Robin wanted to pick up a lot of their, like, deli stuff, and they didn't have any of their deli stuff. So she was sad about that. So, yeah. So that was a fail.
And now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me!
Ashley, what's been going on with the animals lately?
Okay, so the topic I want to talk about today on Ask Ashley is basically the results of the election as far as animals go. So you know that Robin and I have been promoting Prop 12 for quite a while. We helped collect some signatures to get it on the ballot, and encouraged others to do that, or make sure they found some way to get their name on the petition to get it on the ballot. So we were able to do that. And then once we knew it was going to be on the ballot, we wanted to make sure everyone knew about it and what it was about. We talked a lot about it on the podcast. We post about it, talked to friends, family, whoever that, may be wanting to vote. So I was very excited to wake up the day after Election Day and find out that Prop 12 passed. That's really good news. It's really encouraging to see that people in California are fed up with the way that their food is being produced, even if they do choose to eat animals, that they are not okay with how that food is coming to them. Maybe the standards that the animals are kept in. So that's a step in the right direction. Obviously, the end goal is to not have these practices at all, which of course is what we want. But that's not going to happen overnight. So these are steps in the right directions to help the animals have a less torturous life. So I consider that a win for sure. So so it passed. And once the red tape kind of gets all finished up, then all the deadlines will start about, veal, pork, egg-laying hens, all that will start. The clock will start ticking on those. So that's good. So producers need to get their act together. And other producers that are in other states that sell to California. This will affect them, as we know. So that's great. It's a far-reaching law, much far-reaching than out of the state lines. So it's really good. And one thing shame on me that I didn't even realize was going to be on the ballot was a law in Florida that passed, thankfully, which now will ban all the greyhound dog racing tracks in Florida. And I believe I read when I found out about this, I was so excited, was that there are only, 11 dog tracks left in the country or something like that, and 7 are in Florida. I believe that's what the numbers were. So that's huge. That means there's only a handful of dog tracks left, which obviously is an archaic, stupid tradition, and it's, obviously horse racing is another thing we need to tackle, but I remember I lived in Florida for 7 years, and I would go by these racetracks, and it was very sad to see. So I'm very thankful to the people of Florida for at least passing this law. There's some other things passed there or got elected there that, was a little bit sad to see, but for me personally. But I was very happy to see that the greyhounds will not be, exploited that way in Florida anymore. So those were 2 huge wins for animals in the election. And that one also, the Florida law also passed by a great margin. So people are speaking about animals and how they feel on the ballots this year. So we hope to continue that. So yeah. So Robin, what's been going on at the dollhouse?
The dollhouse has been spookalicious, spooky cute. Because there was this really interesting holiday that just passed. And so there were multiple things going on, but the main one that was food oriented was a Halloween themed tea party, that was the weekend before Halloween. And some of the items that were there included a spider made out of pretzel, like a soft pretzel spider, and its body was filled with a graveyard dip that was like grayish black, that was delicious. Such a good spider. Yosipa made it because she knows how to make soft pretzels and I don't. It's a very disappointing part of my life, which I hope to change very soon. And there was ice cream bat witches, which I made.
So good.
Thanks. Kimmy had one. And the ice cream was like kind of like a pumpkin ice cream that I did with Amy's, which should be on the blog already by the time you hear this. And the cookies for the bat witches are also going to be on vegandollhouse.com. And even though you don't like pumpkin ice cream, you still liked it.
Yeah.
So it's a hit. And they were of course in shape of bats. And we had hologram kitty cookies that Yosipa made using a recipe that is on vegandollhouse.com already. It is the devil's food cookie recipe. And they were really cute because they were glittery cats, glittery black cats. Yossipa has kind of a thing for black cats, so there was a lot of cat things represented. We dressed as cats for the tea, obviously. And what else was there? I brought another thing.
Your mashed potato.
Oh yeah, thank you. So one of the things that I tried to make was these mashed potato ghosts, and they had to sit on something because it's all like finger food, right, for a tea party. So I put them on top of a little lentil, like a baby lentil loaf. So they had mashed potato ghosts on top. And that recipe is also already on vegandollhouse.com, and it is called Lentil Lovelies, because that was before I realized that you should actually name things what they are instead of name them cutesy things. And I feel like there was another thing. Oh, we made like little English muffin pizzas that were like mummies. And Jocelyn made mummy sausages and mummy meatballs, which were adorbs. So the last two things that were there was a snake made out of cucumber, and we were trying to figure out like how to put all the little cucumber slices together so that the snake would do the like thing that it does. What is that called? Slither? What? Slither.
Oh.
Not coil, because coil's the circle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What is it called when it's like, the S shape? Slither?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we wanted the snake to look like it was slithering. So what we did was we used thread and a needle to thread all the cucumber slices together. I cut the tongue out of a bell pepper, a red pepper. The snake tongue with the big B. And then last but not least, my favorite thing was ghost emoji tea sandwiches.
So freaking
Which I've been wanting to make a ghost emoji food for a really long time, and that was like the one thing I wanted to do over Halloween, so I'm very excited that I got to do it. They were just regular cream cheese and cucumber sandwiches. Thank you very much, Kite Hill, for making the best cream cheese. And then I just colored the cream cheese with activated charcoal to make the to draw the eyes on, and then I painted cheese with beet juice to make it tongue colored, and I carved little tongues out of the piece of cheese. So anyway, they're very cute, I think,
Yeah.
in my humble opinion.
They're so cute.
So that was Halloween tea. Oh yeah, so if anybody who listens to this on YouTube also watches Dishing at the Dollhouse on YouTube, it is our cooking show that we have recorded exactly one episode of so far. And we have another one coming out, so get excited. We're making Christmas tree cakes, mini Christmas tree cakes that are pastel colored.
They're gonna be so cute.
They're gonna be adorbs. I think you're gonna love them. And if you don't love them, then maybe somebody else that you know will love them, and you can share it with them.
You're Grinch if you don't love it.
This coming from the girl who did not wear a Halloween costume to work. Just
I'm
saying.
all about Christmas. I don't give a shit about Halloween.
You could be a Grinch for any
I'm all
holiday,
about-
right? There could be an Easter Grinch, a Halloween Grinch.
Well, you're a humbug, as if you Christmas.
Oh, humbug.
I'm
Okay.
not a humbug. I love Christmas.
I don't know. I don't know all the terminology for the
party
holiday
poopers.
haters, the party
The
poopers.
holiday-specific party poopers.
And now it's time for Wag or Whimper, where we talk about a new vegan food that we tried this month, and we tell you if it made us wag or whimper. So I have talked about this before, where there's a company that makes ice cream / sorbetto, whatever, sorbet, and they have a unicorn with a ice cream cone horn as their logo.
Oh my god.
And they're called SorBabes, which is also a very cute name. And so I've tried 2 flavors by them, and if anybody remembers, one was a wag and one was a whimper. So this one could have gone either way. But already, this is what it had going for it. It came in the cutest individual serving size that I've ever seen. And when you popped off the lid, it had a little spoon on the inside. And I was like, oh my gosh. So needless to say, I'm reusing that container, of course. And I got the flavor that was something coffee with coffee almond sorbet with espresso bark. This shit is so fucking good. It is like crack. I ate the entire single serving and wished that I had more because it was that good. So I would 100% recommend this to anybody who can track it down. SorBabes coffee almond sorbet with espresso bark made me Wag.
Okay, so lately I've been trying to cut out all added sugar products.
Okay, well, that was our show. Hope you guys... Lizzie has nothing to say that is worth hearing.
I have been on my journey. I have been looking for treats that are sweetened with alternative sweeteners. And so one of the things I tried was from Lily's Chocolate, which is a stevia sweetened chocolate product line. And I had a bar. It was a salted almond chocolate bar, and it was delicious.
You're lying!
It made me wag.
How dare you, it made me wag. Don't you judge me. Hey, we talked about your dad's like taste like no sugar cupcakes.
Yeah.
So we have
It's
to
true.
we have to be an equal opportunity vegan
Yeah, it's
treat for
It's just
podcast.
stevia is good.
It doesn't
in
super
some
taste like
things
stevia
only.
though. Like I feel like
Okay.
the chocolate kind of, I don't know, it balances it out well.
If it's a dark chocolate, maybe it's bitter enough.
Yeah, like it's not super sweet. I feel like there's not like the weird aftertaste.
Oh.
Like it was good.
Oh, now she's listening to you.
They did it.
Okay, I had one actually.
Right, go ahead and hold it.
So it's I recently was trying to find a new protein bar, and I tried square bars, and I tried the chocolate coated ones, and they are super delicious. I don't usually eat chocolate protein bars because like if I am gonna eat chocolate, I'm just gonna like full out eat chocolate, like just like Justin's peanut butter cups or something.
Yes.
But the square chocolate coated bars are really delicious. They definitely made me wag.
I actually had one. I thought of one.
Okay.
Man, this is like a wag central. Okay, so as you may have noticed, I'm sure definitely by now, Whole Foods, but when we're recording this, Whole Foods has just brought out all their seasonal items. Matt's a big fan of the gingerbread oatmeal, so we always like buy a ton of that when it comes out. But the product I'm talking about is like in that range, kind of. It's their 365's apple chai bites. And I had tried the peanut butter ones, which is like the same idea, but just peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and strawberry jelly inside, which I took on my Europe trip with me, and I really liked them. So when these came out, I wanted to try them, and I liked them. They're just like they're little bite size, and they're crunchy, and they're kind of cute, and they're just like little squares, and I liked them. And I think I liked the peanut butter ones better, but these are seasonal, so they're definitely not going to be around all year. So I like them, yeah. So that was the apple chai bites that are by 365 at Whole Foods. Made me wag. Next week we'll be like, we hate everything. Or next month. Next month we'll be like, everything sucks.
Okay, that is it for episode 38 of the Dolls and Donuts podcast. Thank you for listening. And wherever you're listening, you can rate us or leave us a comment. And if you left us a comment and we haven't read it yet, it doesn't mean that we love you any less. It means that we're crazy super busy, but our love for you has not changed. It's still very high up there. So yeah, leave us comments. If you want to know where to find Dolls and Donuts on the internet, you should start by going to dollsanddonuts.com. And don't forget that you have to spell donuts with a GH because that is the proper way according to Miss Ashley. And you can find Ashley's and Robin's social media and all of that through that website.
Thanks for listening.
Bye! Dolls and donuts, dolls and donuts. We are two dolls, we like animals. As a bonus, we eat donuts.